Hey guys, it's Flippin Friday. Let's check out what I sold this week. I'm going to go over 4 platforms: Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. So let's just get into it. Hey guys, my name is Heather. If you're a previous subscriber, thank you for coming back to my channel. If you're not and you like reseller content, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Also give it a like. It does help with the algorithm, and I'm continuing to grow my channel, so I really appreciate it. I'm a homeschool mom of 2 kids, Grace and Ryan. I'm a volleyball coach, I'm a volleyball player, and I'm obsessed with Disney. I am a full-time reseller. I sell on sites like Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, ThreadUp, The RealReal, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, basically anywhere you can make a sale. So I'm going to go over what I sold this past week. I try to do these videos every Friday, and just to kind of give you an idea of what's selling for me right now and for how much. So let's start with Facebook Marketplace. The first thing I sold there was this Athleta open heart hoodie sweatshirt. It was oversized, size small, and I sold this for $20. And then I sold this Torrid black open cardigan sweater. I've had this before, just a basic, nothing special, and this sold for $20. I sold these Lululemon white studio dance pants. These had lots of interest and they sold very quickly on there for $45. I had them listed higher, but you're going to notice this week that I have taken lots of offers, lower than what I listed them for, but what's happening is I'm making lots of sales and lots of money. So I took almost every offer I got this week, and I really just think that's a good idea. Next was this Fossil Emma heart print leather crossbody. I actually went through my purse section and I had about 5 or 6 purses that were not listed anywhere. I think I had put them on eBay auction maybe a while ago and they never sold or something like that. So I priced them pretty cheap to sell just to get rid of them and just get them moving, and this sold for $20. I also sold these New With Tags Can mid-rise dark wash skinny stretch jeans. They were in a size 24, so really small, but they still sold fairly quickly for $35. And the last thing I sold on Facebook Marketplace was this Athleta red cashmere wool blend oversized sweater. This did have a little bit of pilling. I was able to get some of it off with my sweater shaver, but I didn't want to put too much more time into it, so I mentioned it into the listing, and the person offered me $20. I had it listed for $25, so I went ahead and took that. So on Marketplace, you can choose where you can accept offers. You can put the lowest you're going to take, but either way, people can still just message you and ask you, are you willing to take this much? And you can have conversations like that. So that was pretty good for me for Marketplace. I'm still kind of just starting out. So yeah, that was some good sales. Let's go next to Mercari. Okay, the first thing I sold on Mercari was this Torrid marled open knit cardigan sweater. I think this was in a size 2 or 3X, and this sold for $24. Torrid seems to do pretty well for me on Mercari. Let me know if you guys sell on Mercari, what your top brands are on there to sell. It just would be interesting to know. Next was a pair of Adidas black lin mix spell out leggings. I just listed these yesterday and they sold within a few hours for $22. This also sold very quickly. It was this cat like tapestry style tote bag. It was no name brand, but it was New With Tags. I picked it up for like $2 and it sold for $25 within maybe an hour of listing. So yes, cat people like these kind of things. Next was a Zaya Active jacket. It was the Radical Bomber jacket in a blue. Again, I've talked about this recently. Zaya Active is good to be looking out for right now. It's selling for me good, and it has good, it gets good interest and a lot of likes and stuff right away, at least from what I've noticed. And that sold for $36. I sold this very quickly as well. This was an Aria brown reversible puffer vest in a size medium. If you don't know, Aria is like a horseback riding brand, and that sold for $35. I sold this Athleta red foothill long sleeve top. It was like a fitted athletic top. That sold for $24. This also sold very quickly. It was an UGG brand navy blue wrap vest. This was in a size extra large, and this sold for $36. Another quick sale. These were the North Face on-the-go training pants. These were $27. I'm actually thinking of possibly trying, I know Becky Park has talked about the Seller Insight. I think it's an app. I don't know if it's for all platforms or just Poshmark or what, but it kind of would be interesting just to show me what's selling right now quickly, because I feel like I kind of have an idea, but I don't know what the cost of it is, if that'd be worth it. But just to know what to continue to pick up in the future. But I mean, right now, lots of loungewear, athletic stuff is doing well for me. And I feel like too, just pricing it to sell, not too high, because sometimes I feel like that can turn buyers away. So, and just accepting lots of offers. That's really what's been working for me this past week. So yeah. Next was an Under Armour gray thread-borne quarter zip pullover. It was a men's 3X, and this sold for $24. And then I sold a Walt Disney World Mickey Mouse hat. I had to get this. I have a hard time turning down Disney at the stores, but I mean, obviously I don't get everything because there's tons of Disney, like the cheap crap from Walmart. I don't get that, but this was from Disney Parks, and I really liked it, and it sold for $20. And then the last thing was these Eileen Fisher green career pull-on pants. They were just a stretchy, casual pants, nothing special. They were in a petite small, and they sold for $16. So not much, but like I said, I was accepting pretty much all offers. I didn't have those listed that high to begin with, so that's fine with me. I do not like to keep things around. I have no emotional attachment to things. Like, just get stuff out of my house and make the money. All right, let's go through on eBay next. How has your guys' week been of sales? Mine has been pretty good. I'm trying to list 15 to 20 things a day, and I feel like that's really been good consistently. Hopefully I can today, but we'll see. I'm going to try to go do some thrifting, but I'm going to try to hit maybe up some of the smaller thrift stores that I don't usually go to, just for fun. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, the first thing I sold on eBay was this Ming Wang black tank top, career business. It was like a shell tank top. I'm not picking up this brand that much anymore. It sits for a really long time. I'm kind of just, I mean, sometimes I'd be willing to have stuff that sits for a while. I feel like if it's going to sell for higher, but this just sold for $20. I mean, I was glad to move it out of the house, but not something I'm really like excited to be finding. Next was a pair of new J. Crew Cameron pants. They were a tartan plaid, almost reminded me of a Christmas pattern. I actually did not think these would sell this quickly. I thought I'd be holding on to them for a while, but they did sell for $20. They were a size 0, so that's fine. Next was a pair of new Spanx Twilight Dark Rinse jeanish leggings. These were in a size 2X. I picked these up at a consignment store recently for $9. Someone offered me $50, and I went ahead and took that. This is another Zaya Active top. It was a black striped long sleeve top. Nothing special, really lightweight, but this brand, like I said, has been doing well for me. And I sold that for $22. That was getting a ton of interest on all of the platforms I listed it on. So sold within about a week, I think. Next was an Athleta women's orange breezy tank top. It was a high neck style, extra large. Had a lot of athletic tank tops selling for around $15 recently. And that's what this one sold for. And then I sold this new with tags Eileen Fisher strawberry pink V-neck linen top in a size 2X. That sold for $50. This was something else that I had listed for quite a bit higher, but someone offered me $50. I paid, maybe $10 for it. So yes, take it, make my money, and move out. Next was a Chaser red beer. I don't remember what this shirt said. Someone told me in a previous video, and I already forgot. That's okay. It was in a size medium, and that sold for $20. And then I sold these Beta Brand gray fuzzy drawstring pants. I've never seen this style from Beta Brand before. Usually this is like a classic yoga workwear comfort pants. These ones were fuzzy, like lounge pajama pants, and they sold for $25. Next, I sold these Aloe Yoga mid-rise snakeskin blue workout leggings in a size small, and these sold for $30. I sold these new Dolce Vita strappy like leather weave sandals. I got these in a ThredUp Rescue shoebox recently, and these sold for my full asking price of $40.88. Sorry, my dog is chasing my cat. Ellie. We got our dog a while after we got our cat, and they never get along. So that's amazing. Okay. Sorry, hopefully she'll leave her alone. Next was a Dream Scene, which is kind of, I don't know if it's like an offshoot of Wild Fox or like a different level, but it's kind of all with the same material and stuff like that. And it was a black pullover sweatshirt in a size small, I think. And that sold for $30. Next was another one of those Athleta breezy tank tops. I got these at the same time, so most likely the same owner. This one was in purple, and this one also sold for $15. Another pair of Beta Brand pants. These ones were the classic pants that I usually find. pull-on style, black, business, career, size medium. Those sold for $34. And then I saw this Anthropologie Saturday Sunday blue chambray short sleeve dress. This was in a size extra large. This didn't have the tag in there, but I could tell, I think with how they cut out the tag, I just knew what that label looked like even by the edges. And then I looked on the material tag and I saw the 66170, which is the RN for a lot of Anthropologie. I looked up, I think quickly, like the style of it, and I found it right away and found out it was. So I picked it up and that sold for $25. And then I sold this new Madewell rhyme top. It was a green short sleeve floral. This sold for $20. This was an auction that I had. It was a Free People cozy cottage half zip sweater. It was new with tags, but I didn't notice until I got home. It had like a huge rip like in the shoulder, like really big, but it was on a seam, so I think someone could sew it. It ended up selling still for $21.55 on auction, so that's great. I still made money. List things with flaws. Next was a Nike men's shirt. It was a gray dry fit, built for speed. I got this in a men's thread up rescue box. Nothing special. I listed it for $12.88 and that's what it sold for. And then I sold this new without tagged soft surroundings burgundy dress. This was in a size extra small and I've had this for a really long time. So soft surroundings, I feel like the bigger sizes just do better for me. It still eventually sold for $30 though, so I'm happy with that. Next was a pair of Diesel jeans. These were a mid-rise slim skinny jeans in a size 27 and these sold for $20. And then I sold this Nike Pro long sleeve quarter zip pullover. I priced this to $20.88. These don't sell really high for me. Priced it to sell, like I said, and it sold within a couple of days for the full asking price. This next item was a Torrid bra. I actually had sold this a little while back for $18. It went on forever where the buyer wasn't paying for it. Ended up getting the case, I think, closed and they didn't ever pay for it. And then like one day later, I got a message from this lady and she was apologizing. She said, I've never done this before. I always pay right away. I don't know how I missed it. She said, I've been a seller for a really long time. So she was super nice about it. She said, if you list it again, I'll buy it for your full asking price that you had originally. And she did. So I listed it back for $25. She came in and bought it full out. So that was so nice and just really nice communication. So I'm glad that that worked out and she was still able to get the item that she wanted. Next was a St. John Santana knit navy blue cardigan sweater. This was in a size 12. These are the kind of items that I am willing to sit on for a higher price because they do usually take a little while to sell. This one sold for $50. And then I sold this Frank and Eileen white T-Lab short sleeve v-neck collared top. This sold within a day for $25. Here's another athletic yoga tank top. This one was from Beyond Yoga. It was gray. It had an open back style. Sold for that price of $15 that the other one sold for. And then I sold this new Skirt Sports black Lotta Breeze capri skirt combo in a size medium. I haven't heard of this, but I feel like the skirt and leggings combo typically do pretty well for me. This one was new with tags, so I went ahead and I sold that for $25. Another Athleta tank top. This was the blue Foothill tank top. It had a split back style. It was in a size small and it sold for $15. Next, I sold these pair of Nux and UX. They were a mid-rise seamless athletic yoga leggings and these sold for $25.88, which was my full asking price. This was a good sale. This was the brand JBU by Jambu, so it's kind of like a comfort shoe, I think, but maybe also sometimes like outdoor. But these ones were kind of a wedge, so I don't think these ones were outdoor. Maybe more of the comfort. These were a Melrose Mary Jane Comfort vegan leather shoes. They were new without tags. I could tell that they had never been worn, and these sold for $45. Next was another item from the men's thread up rescue box. These were a pair of black untouchable football woven shorts in a size large, and they sold for my full, maybe I list them for 20. They sold for 15. I am getting some more thread up rescue boxes hopefully soon. I ordered like 3 or 4 recently. So that's exciting. My designer box was amazing. If you didn't watch that one yet, go back and watch it. I say that I'll put up a link here, but I'm not sure if I remember. So if I do, look out for it. Next was a pair of Solomon women's shoes. I think these like are a hiking outdoor shoe, like cycling or something like that. Some people I see have sold them for really high, but I sat on these forever and they finally sold for $25.88. So I was glad just to move those out. This was a crappy sale, but I'll tell you why. It was an Anthropologie tiny white sheer embroidered button-up top. I got home and I realized it had some staining around the collar and another little spot. I was listing tons of stuff. I was really busy that day. I didn't feel like stain treating it, so I listed it really low. And it still sold for $9, so I'll make a couple bucks off of it, but whatever. I mean, I just like, that happens. I sell stuff for cheap sometimes, and that's okay. Next was a Free People thermal. It was the Ventura style, which was a really long oversized tunic, and that sold for $20. This was another one of those purses that I had for a while and just wanted to move it. It was another Fossil purse, brown small leather handbag, and that sold for $20. So that was it on eBay. And let's move on to the last thing of Poshmark. I'm trying to get this done before I have to take my daughter to volunteering. So I think I will be able to do it after we get done here. She's still got about 15 minutes. So she volunteers at a daycare all day on Fridays and then half days on Mondays. Since we are homeschooled, we can be very flexible with that. And she's planning on going to school for early childhood education. So it's the perfect opportunity for her to get some experience. Okay, here we go. The first thing I sold on Poshmark was a new Athleta black everyday skirt. It was modest, kind of knee length. I sold this very quickly for $35. Next was the United Colors of Benetton Fair Isle alpaca sweater. I've never sold this brand. Comps looked so-so off and on, some good, some bad. Someone offered me $15, like almost right when I listed it, and I paid $3 for it, so I just took it. I mean, that's low, but I'm like, listen, I made a lot of great sales that day, so I don't even care. Next was a new Lily Pulitzer Colette scalloped mini skirt. Here's Ellie. She's probably ready to go out. I'll take her out after this. This got tons of attention on all the platforms. Someone offered me $40, so I went ahead and took that. The next thing was a pair of shoes. They were Vionic brown leather jeweled comfort sandals. These I couldn't find a size because it had actually worn off on the little tag on the inside. I think I compared them to another pair of Vionics that I had and put the approximate size with a measurement, and those sold for $22. So if you ever get a pair of shoes home and you realize they don't, you can always try doing that. It still will work. Next was another Athleta tank top. This was the blue tie-dye breezy tank top. This was in a size extra large, and this sold for $15. That is the price of these tank tops. I think I was listing them all around $20, but taking $15. Next was a Disney Parks Authentic Stitch Mickey Ears hat. So this was from when we went to Disneyland, I think a couple of years ago. My son got these Stitch ears. Very sad to sell them, but he said he's not going to wear them anymore. He cleaned out his room, and so I sold those for $18 very quickly. Next was a new with tags J. Crew long sleeve red floral dress. This was in a size 16. I thought it was going to do great. It was a really cute pattern, plus size, but I'm telling you, J. Crew is not selling me for that great recently. So how does it do for you guys? I'm really not picking it up that much anymore. That only sold for $18. Next was a Longchamp, how do you say that? Purple leather rodeo rival purse. I had this listed for a little bit higher, but someone offered me $65. This was a day when I was making lots of sales. I went ahead and took that. I still made some great profit on that. Next was a pair of Flying Monkey Daydreamer super soft skinny jeans. I put in super soft because that's how they felt, super soft. And people, I think, see that and they like the coziness, so it's a good keyword to put in. And those sold for $19. This was a pretty low sale. It was a Torrid Ivory Georgette tunic tank top. I've had this for quite a while. I think it was all the way down to $15, and someone offered me $8, and I just took it. If I've had something for a long time, like, I literally don't care if it's a crappy offer. I'd rather just take it and make a little bit of money rather than donating it or just keeping it forever. This next thing was a vintage Reebok 80s 90s windbreaker jacket. It was black with like some red and purple. That sold for $30. And then these Crocs sold really quickly. They were a black crisscross Swiftwater strap sneakers. They sold for $20. And then I sold this vintage Alfred Dunner floral embroidered sweater. For a little while, I was trying to get into like doing some of the vintage, but lately I'm like, because it's just so like, I don't really have any clue. I mean, I tried to kind of, but I'm not going to be focusing on it. Anyway, that sold for $20, so not bad. Next was a bundle. It was a bundle of an Athleta gray Surrey bubble top, is what it was called, kind of weird. And then a Cole Haan 0 Grand black skimmer slingback mules. These both sold in a bundle for $60. This girl actually had bundled a few other things and sent me a pretty low offer. It was half off of what my bundle price was at. I countered. She kind of just didn't want to spend that much, so she ended up buying these 2 things for like the price that she offered me for 4 things. So it was still good. I'm glad that we were able to get that bundle for her, and I was able to get that shipped out. I sold another bundle. This was a bundle of 4 items. It was a Free People black lace Marsha mini dress, an Intimately Free People purple lace fitted dress, a pair of Puma gray-white striped jogger pants, and a new pink Victoria's Secret ombre sports bra. And that bundle sold for $75. So that was pretty good. Again, decent amount less than what I had it priced at, but I was glad to make a bundle sale and move those items out. The next was a New with Tags White House Black Market purple and black tweed blazer. This was in a size 00. I'm not really picking up this brand, even New with Tags, anymore. I've had this for quite a while, and it sold for $20. The next was a pair of men's boots. They were a Doc Marten black leather strap boots. These sold for $50. I had those for a couple of weeks, so not too bad. This was a very quick sale. It was a Vineyard Vines blue gingham long sleeve top. It was in a size 12, which I think helped make the sale. I have another one of these tops, I think, in a size 2. But this one sold really quickly for $27. And actually, I'm going to tell you, I've been using Becky Park's method about the closet clear out messaging. At least I call it her method. I'm doing it again today because, you know, closet clear out runs every few days on Poshmark. So I'm just saying it's closet clear out day. If I drop the price by at least 10%, Poshmark will give you discounted shipping. I'm willing to offer you blank, whatever I fill it in. Would you like to accept this? Let me know. Have a great day. And I made 6 sales that day by sending that message to people. So I would encourage doing that. Next was a pair of new Nike Airflow Zoom pink Windflow sneakers. I got these at a Ross. I think I paid $25 for them, and they sold for $75. Next was a pair of Lululemon Run with Grace crop leggings. These sold very quickly. They were in a size 10, and those sold for $30. Here's another vintage item. I've had this one quite a while. It was no brand. It was red plaid checkered. It had a cute little lace collar. That sold for $14. I probably wouldn't pick that up again if I saw something like that, just because it sat for a really long time. Next was a pair of Rag & Bone black leggings. These were a mid-rise in a size 27. I've had these for quite a while too. I'm actually trying to be pretty picky with Rag & Bone jeans and stuff recently, just because they haven't been moving very quick for me at all, unless they were a more current style. They sold for $20, if I didn't say that. This was a funny shirt. A lot of people actually in my little polls that I do on Instagram, if you don't follow me, I'll put that information down below. It's really been fun. If I have time, I kind of will do polls when I'm at the store. Would you get this or would you not get this? And a ton of people told me not to get it, but I got it anyway. It was this pink shirt and it said I'd rather be 40 than pregnant, and I just had to get it. I think it was new, and I sold that for $15. So not a lot, but sometimes I just have a hard time leaving things behind. This next was a Lily Pulitzer Merrill nylon mini dress. This was in a size small, and this sold for $40. And then I sold these Fabletics blue purple high-rise leggings. They were in a size large. Those sold for $19. This next pair of shoes I got at a consignment store recently. They were new J. Crew Cecile Croc Embossed smoking slippers. They were in a size 9.5. I thought that they would have sold higher, but when I actually looked at comps, they were only selling for like $20-30. Someone offered me $32 and I had it listed at $40, so yes, I went ahead and took that. This was a coat that I just picked up for $20 at a Goodwill. It was a New with Tags J. Crew Orange Wool Majesty Pea Coat. It was actually seen or worn on the Mindy Project TV show. I found that out when I was just doing a Google search, so I made sure that I inserted a clip of that actress wearing it, and I put that in my title, and that sold for $75. The next was a pair of Chaco leather Java brown Fallon sandals. I actually had these for quite a while. At one point they had like 75 likes, and I relisted them because no one was buying them, even at like $40. This time they sold for, actually they never sold before. Now they sold for $50, and that was great. The girl said she's been looking for them for years, so I'm glad that I was able to get those for her. Next was a Cabby beige tan zip-up topper sweatshirt in a peplum style. That was a size large. That sold for $27. This is another pair of shoes that was in the ThredUp rescue box that I received recently. They were John Joseph, which I've never heard before, but they did seem to be new. They were orange, and they had this embroidery with the anchors on them. They were really cute, and those sold for $25. The next was a dress. It was a collaboration between Matilda Jane and Joanna Gaines. It was called the Green Pasture Dress. It was really pretty, long sleeve, knee length, modest. That sold for $20. I sold another pair of these new Steve Madden snakeskin slip-on shoes, which if you remember from last week, I sold a pair and these ones sold for $20, which is fine. I picked up 3 pairs of them at a TJ Maxx and then I realized they were super oversaturated. Did not do my research before getting them. So glad to move those out. Next was a pair of kids' bogs. They only sold for $15. They were kind of dirty and I probably could have sold them for higher, but just wanted to move them out. So that was fine. Next was a pair of Athleta Alpine high-rise Chaturanga leggings in a gray color. These sold in about a week and a half and they sold for $27. Here's another pair of shoes. They were Vince Camuto red suede Shavana heels. These were also from one of my shoe thread-up rescue boxes and these sold for $20. So the next thing I'm actually going to put up what I thought I sold. It was a pair of Prana green shorts. It was actually a girl that follows me on Instagram. I sent her, I think, one of those little messages about closet clear out and she's like, sure, thank you for doing the message. That really is a great idea. I went to look for the shorts and I already sold them on eBay and forgot to delete them. So I messaged her and she was really understanding. I said, you know, do you want to check out for something else in my closet, 25 or less that you like, and we can just exchange it? And she ended up finding an Athleta tank top. So I'm glad she was so understanding. If you are watching this video, thank you. I'll try to put up her information, her closet, if she has one, if I can find that here. So if you do make a mistake like that, consider messaging the buyer because they might be able to just, you know, switch something out and you won't have to cancel the sale. Here's another vintage item. It was the brand Barbizon. It was a cottagecore floral nightgown. At least that's how I labeled it. This was when I was trying to get into like the cottagecore stuff and it sold for $15. So that was okay. Next was a pair of VSX Victoria's Secret. I said that wrong. Victoria's Secret knockout leggings. These had the Eiffel Tower on the front. They were like a crazy Paris print and those sold for $35. So that was exciting. Here's another bag that I had for a really long time on top of my purses. And this one was sold for $15. It was a large like crossbody bag. I thought it was pretty cool. It was the Keeper style, which is like Keyper, like that coated waxed, but nobody wanted it for a really long time and it sold for $15. So I was glad about that. Here's another bundle. This girl actually was bundling quite a few things. I think when I was out shopping, I don't remember, Tuesday night maybe. She said it was kind of funny because a lot of things in my closet she sold before, so I'm assuming she must be another reseller. She got a pair of Adidas Originals high-rise black leggings. She got a ModCloth floral maxi dress. She got a Nike tie-dye sleeveless sweater dress and a North Face yellow striped pullover top. And I offered her $80 and she got that. So that was great. I actually had a crappy thing because my ModCloth dress, I did not write down my number where I put it, so I had to search. Luckily, I found it fairly quickly and I was able to get it packaged up for her. Sorry if you heard that noise. Now my cats are fighting. Great. This was Gal Meets Glam dress. I just picked this up at a thrift store. It was a raspberry midi dress. It probably could have sold for higher, but it did have some dust on the bottom. I didn't want to put any work into cleaning it. Someone offered me $50 within minutes. I think I paid $5 for it. So yes, that was great. Next was a bundle of a H&M Harvard maroon pullover sweatshirt and this brand called Rossigal, something like that. It was a red like ribbed snow hat. I got this like at a Sierra Trading Post clearance sale one time and I don't know, it just sat forever, but whatever. That bundle sold for $30. The next was a Torrid plus size floral chalice baby doll tunic tank. That sold for $15. Then I sold these Levi's 721 high-rise skinny distressed jeans. These were in a size 25 and these sold for $17. This was another pair of shoes from a thread-up shoe rescue box. I knew I wouldn't get much for them just because they're not that desirable, but I still listed them anyway, pretty low. They were Antonio Milani nude Joanne high heels and these sold for $8. So I probably kind of about broke even compared to what my average buy cost is for those shoes, but that's okay. Next was a Loft white linen 100% blazer jacket size 0. This sold for $22. Another thing I'm just not picking up anymore because it does not do that great for me. This next one was a men's pair of new American Eagle Extreme Flex skinny jeans in a size 28. I did not give these to my brother. If you know, I pick up a lot of men's stuff for my brother, but these ones were priced a little bit too high for him with what he would pay me plus commission that he gives me. So I sold them for $27. These were a pair of shoes that my son recently got rid of, too small, cleaning out his closet. They were Converse All-Star black high-top sneakers. They sold very quickly within a day for $27. And then I sold these Vionic navy blue cameo comfort slip-on shoes. Actually, one of the insoles was missing out of these shoes. I still bought them anyway, and they sold for $20. And then I sold these Everlane dark green high-rise casual chino pants. I couldn't find a stock photo, but I just listed them the best that I could, and they sold for $30. And then I sold this Joie blue floral denim jacket. It was great for spring, really cute, in a size extra small, and that sold for $38. I sold these New With Tags Express plaid checkered ankle high-rise pants. Kind of gave me like Clueless 90s vibes. Those sold for $20. This was also a New With Tags, or possibly New Without Tags, Urban Renewal, which I think is Urban Outfitters. It was a forest green hooded jacket. That sold for $23. Another old purse moving out. I'm very glad. It was a J. Crew color block tan black crossbody purse for $15. And that is it. I thought I had one more, but that's it. So thank you for sticking around and watching this video. I'm hoping it's going to go up on Friday. I'm going to do my best. It's morning. I'm going to get it edited, start trying to upload it. It'd be great when I can ever get a computer to transfer and do it there. But for now, I'm doing it all on my phone. So be patient. Bear with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.